Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. We are in my ugly disgusting temporary base and I've done an AFK overnight session here to get our sea lanterns for our community project, and these farms have been spitting out the drops. We've got 16 stacks of sea lanterns. Isn't that fantastic? So we need to head over to the shopping area and drop these off, and it's a good thing that we're heading over there because I've actually run out of iron, so to speak. I mean, I've still got 22 blocks, but I need to build a beacon base in the Christmas area so we can build some spawning rooms over there to get mobs not spawning on our snow but elsewhere in the area. So we need to go and buy some iron from Tango's shop. And also, we'll be playing some golf in this episode, as the title of the video has probably told you. Cubfan has made an incredible, ginormous golf area on this server, not to be confused with a mini golf, and he's organised a golf tournament. Now, what a lot of the other hermits tend to do is just sort of go over there and play and record the whole thing. I'm going to edit mine down. I'm going to give you all the highlights of me playing each of the rounds of golf. So that's what's in store this episode, and first of all we're going to drop off these supplies and buy some iron. The supplies are coming together. Check out these chests over here. Well, with exception to that one, someone has been stocking these up. This is fantastic to see. Alright, 5 diamonds for a stack of blocks. It's always a wonderful sight to see so much iron. Wow, there we go, Tango. Oh, and I've been reminded that there is a new shop or anti-shop in town. There is a dog walking service where you get paid to walk the dog. This sounded like such a fantastic idea. Duke the dog lives over here. There's Duke. And I won't be able to right click on Duke, right? Because I am not the owner. Did Mumbo think about that? So I could walk Duke by nudging him like this, wherever I need Duke to go. I wonder if a lead will work. Ah, you can lead someone else's dog, but then you can't drag it. Oh. So how does one walk Duke the dog? Like pushing it like this? You see, you get a diamond for doing a lap, but I was going to come over here and have a little bit of fun, walk through here, get to the end, take my diamond, then do another lap. You know, troll Mumbo a little bit, because you could just walk around in circles. But, I mean, Duke is just sitting there, and I ain't going to push him around. It's not a dog pushing service, it should be a dog walking service. Let's get you back in your kennel, buddy. Well, that was amusing, and this gorgeous area that needs no introduction has some new features. Ren over here has been building some of these castle turrets as well, and these look superb. We could definitely take some pointers for him when it comes to decoration. Look at how the corners curve, and those cobblestone walls give it a little bit of extra curvature shape. Man, there's some really nice architecture going on here. We need a good vantage point, though, to check this out. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's actually like a gate for the water, so I imagine the fence posts rise up and down to let the ships through. They can go underneath this bridge and then drop off their supplies. Man, Ren's really flowing on some inspiration right here. This just makes me want to go back over to the pirate project and start building. This all looks so cool, but I have other plans for the day. Man, that structure there looks fantastic as well. This is such a gorgeous area on the server. So as we head to the Christmas area, I was thinking about something. For the month of December, I've posted 2 episodes of Hermitcraft so far. Both of those happen to have been long episodes, and I was thinking maybe we could do a festive thing for the season of Christmas, the month of December, and the episodes be longer than usual, closer to half an hour. Now, if you like the sound of that, I'll encourage you to leave a like. These YouTubers always telling you to like the video, eh? Well, it makes a difference on YouTube. You always want to keep your channel healthy. So why don't we look at it like this? If it's what you want longer episodes, then you can do that, and it will encourage me to keep going. It's like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Something like that. So there's scratching of backs involved. Anyway, actually, we wanna make it daytime. We're actually over here to stop mob spawning on the surface, right? By building some spawning rooms underground. So we need to get started on that. And immediately I've been distracted by a really cool looking build. That's right, you pesky mobs, burn up. And of course, the creepers don't burn, so we've got to watch out for those. And if there's any snow golems nearby, they might attack the creepers. That is the big problem, right? I really don't like that they do that. Why would they attack the creepers? The creepers don't go after the snow golems as far as I'm aware. Anyway, this is a gorgeous build. This has got Zombie Cleo written all over it. I love this. It's like a gingerbread house, and I love the colourful decorations. Oh, this is such a cool build. Yes. And we definitely don't want any creeper explosions near it. Dirt roof? It's a dirt roof on the inside. So there was a little patch of grass right here, and I was trying to estimate where roughly the middle of this area was. So let's go upwards. Wow. That is actually pretty central, I think. Yeah, that's going to cover a lot of area. Whoa, I haven't opened one of these since the resource pack got updated. Look at these shiny new textures. Those are really great. I like that. I have found a cave, and my instinct was to light this up. But that would of course go against exactly what we're trying to do here. Okay, we now have a full beacon in place. We got haste 2 going on, and I've only built this a little bit below the surface because the beam will extend from the beacon 50 blocks downwards. So if ever someone wants to branch mine in this area, then they're going to be able to do so. Now what we want to do is build these rooms about 24 blocks below the surface, because that's when the mobs will be able to spawn if the player is standing directly above them, right? Because if they're any closer, they're not going to be able to spawn. Now I've got to be super cautious here because it's night time and there might be some baddies just up here. Can I sleep in my bed? We look good. We look good. So I thought about what's the best way to do this logistically, and I've come up with something rather interesting. Note that this won't work in 1.14, but this little trick here stops mobs, I believe, possibly from looking through the gap, but definitely from pathfinding through there, although the mobs aren't 1.5 blocks tall, but it stops the light going through from one side to the other. So what I was thinking is that I would just dig around like this and create a large area for the mobs to spawn in, but I need to light it up as I go because I don't want them spawning while I'm here, and I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So whenever I get to the point where I've decided, okay, I've done enough for now, then I can go and build a wall like this around the edge of the blocks, and then remove all the torches and seal it off. So when you're in this middle area, you'll actually be able to look through and see where the mobs can spawn and what has been done so far. Do you know what? I wonder if spiders can go through there. I don't think they would pathfind through, which is why I chose this. So somewhere down the end here, we're going to need to actually have a door, maybe an iron door controlled by some redstone. And I've also gone underneath where the beacon is so that we can go out in all directions. And apparently I missed a slab there. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for a while now, and I also realise we don't really get a lot of useful resources doing it at this height, right? We're going to get coal and iron, and that's it. I don't think we're even going to get gold up here. So I've decided to dig as far as the beacon goes in one direction, and then we're going to dig out in this way, put down another one of these walls, and punch out all the torches. One of the things I've come across here, though, are these big open caves, and I think the best way to deal with this is to actually cover up the floor, and then it creates, like, 2 layers of which the mobs can spawn in, right? Anyway, this is probably getting a little bit boring now. I don't need to go into the details too much, so let's get this digging session wrapped up. So my picks are now knackered, so are my elytra wings, and some other tools need repairing as well. I thought rather than using the kelp farm like we normally do, why don't we visit a different part of the server? This is Impulse's XP and gold farm. There is also some big gold storage thing just behind the ladder there. Maybe we'll check that out on the way down. And up the top here, I can hear the sound of minecarts, and I have no idea how to use this other than it should be somewhat obvious, right? I stand in the middle. Do I have to make the pigmen angry at me? Let's try shooting one of them first of all. Okay, there we go. Here they come. Awesome. And now we should be getting ourselves some XP. This is so good. I'm just standing here and the XP is rolling in. I like this. I'm going to come here more often, that is for sure. So this looks like a gold storage unit with no official way in. I tell you what, with all those crafting benches there, I wonder if this is one of those ones where you break all of the chests and let the drops fall down on the ground so you can craft them in bulk. Anyway, I'm not going to break into there. That was fantastic. That only took like 2 minutes and we're all fully repaired. And there it is. We've done a sizable section for now. Oh look, things have spawned in it already. I was going to say it might be hard to look into because we're looking into darkness. If I press F3 and B, they can shoot at me now. And now they might not be able to. Yes, things are spawning in there. It's working. This is great. We'll do more of this in the future. My friends, welcome to the Con Corp Country Club. We are here to play a round of golf together. And I don't think I've ever actually shown this place on camera before. I've certainly been here during my live streams. And a couple of episodes ago, I picked up our membership pass for this place. And some of you might have actually been confused as to what this was. So we are a shareholder over at Con Corp, and that means it costs us 1 stack of diamonds to buy a pass. Now, as a pass holder, it means that fees for entering tournaments are waived. The fee is only 1 diamond though, and there's probably very little chance of us actually winning this, but there are some prizes, as you'll see right here, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So there are some serious goodies to be won there. That is a shulker box full of firework rockets. All the different types of wood. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff. Then there is a 2nd place prize with a shulker box included. Same over here. That one is 3rd place. And you'll see that these are sponsored by Con Corp, Cherry Computer and the Black Pearl. So these companies or shops in the shopping district have contributed towards some of the prizes, which is really cool. So it's a sponsored tournament. And up the top here, we've got an area in which we need to gather some supplies. One of the things we will need to play this game is all of the ender pearls that we are collecting right here. We're also going to need a scorebook so I can keep track of our scores round to round. Although this time I'm actually recording, right? So it's not like when I streamed. I can go and watch the video back. Anyway, that is the rules book right there. And I have read that through again to refresh my memory. What we're not going to do is read that together. I'm sure many of you would have seen the Hermits explain this stuff in their own videos. And here's the other thing. This thing is 42 pages long. So we're just going... You're going to have to trust me that I'll get the rules right. And I got them wrong during my live stream, but I've freshened up my memory now. We need to drop some stuff off in a chest, actually. I think there's one around here for that. The other thing that we need is some ice. There we go. And I didn't even take the ball marker, right? Yes, we need a ball marker. Okay, I really think we're ready to go. And I'm not going to take my first shot just yet. Here is where we are. Each of the holes has a map. And you can see the fairway over here. So we're going to shoot in a sort of diagonal angle. Try and land on this part of the fairway. Then take a 2nd shot down there to where the hole is. So what I put together that is special for us in this video is the camera account. It's going to be joining us on the game. So like I said, rather than me continuously talking about this, we will take the shots one at a time and then reflect on where we are using the camera account. I also spoke to Cub about this. Using the camera account is absolutely fine. So there is our first fairway, and let's get ready to take a shot. So I figured I'm going to need a warm-up run here. I'm a bit of a derp. I make mistakes. I'm not expecting to get a high score. And boy oh boy, was that the case for my little warm-up run there. I reminded myself of some valuable tips. One of them is that I must put 1 ender pearl in my offhand at a time because I have a horrible instinct to right-click whenever I want to eat because I always leave my food in the offhand. So we're going to use 1 ender pearl at a time, and we use an ender pearl to take a shot. We need to be in water, and we need to hold down our elytra. Elytra trident. And we got a riptide free one right here. This is the strongest of all of them. So as the riptide goes down, the range is smaller. So we hold down right click, and then we let go and tap right click again, and you see the ender pearl gets launched way off into the distance. And we have landed on the fairway, which was better than my test run landing in the sand, which is the worst place to land. When you're in the sand, you can only use Riptide 1. When you're in the grass, you can use Riptide 2. Anyway, the next step for us is to dig down on the block we've landed on and put down this and then get ready to take our 2nd shot. This time we're going to use the iron and hopefully go straight into where that flag is. That looked like a really, really good shot. Oh yes, wonderful. Okay, so the next thing we have to do now is toss the pearl into the end there. If I throw it from here, it's probably going to land on the powder. If I jump and throw it, we've got a chance of getting it in. The other thing I could do is throw it myself, but I'm probably not going to land in the hole. If we were facing it from the other side, we probably would. Now, it isn't against the rules to jump and throw. It used to be. That rule has been changed. So Maximum height, throw. Slightly short. So what was that? 1, 2. This is the third shot. Okay, no mistakes. 4 shots. That was pretty good, I think. Okay, let's move on to the second hole. As you can see, the flag is in the top right corner of the screen. It doesn't look too far away from up here, does it? This would suggest that it is indeed very close by. I think we're going to need to use the iron again for this one, and we can aim directly at the flag, so I think we'll go for just above it, somewhere around there. So once again, ender pearl in the offhand, just one. We're going to aim at about that height there, or maybe just a touch lower. Okay, and then tap tap. That looked really good. Oh, we're just behind it. I might be able to ender pearl into that cap there. Let's go for this. Okay, so shot number 2. Oh, we did it in 2! Oh, wow, that was great! That was such a great shot. Alright, that has put a huge smile on my face now. As you can see, the map here is currently upside down, and that's just so it's convenient for us to look at this and feel like it's in the same rotation. So on our right is where the village is, and as you can see, the fairway is kind of small. So the village is like an obstacle we definitely don't want to get caught up in, and what we want to do is drop ourselves somewhere on this fairway. Now, because it raises up, it's probably going to be quite easy to hit, but very difficult to get on this top part here. By the way, this is par 3, and the last one that we did was par 3 as well, and we did that in 2 shots, which means we are below 1. We're down by 1 point, and that is the highest we're ever going to get to in this game, I believe. But I'm thinking through each of my shots, and I believe what we should do next is play it safe with the iron again. This time we can aim directly at the flag, but we can go a lot higher, and I think somewhere around there feels about right. So we're going to tap twice. Is that going to be good enough? I think it's, I was going to say fall short. That's actually really not so bad. Now what I could try and do is throw my next ender pearl onto the flag itself. There is a good chance that I might fail here. We don't want to aim too high above it. Yeah, just I feel comfortable with that. So come on. Oh, just in the block in front of it. Do I throw another ender pearl and land on the underside and drop down into there? Or I could jump. In fact, if I jump once, then I'm here. Okay, we're going to try another jump shot. So I'm aiming this so that we're going to hit the inside of that ender post. And we're going to jump and throw. That was kind of strange. So this one we're going to do in about 4 shots. And there we go. So that was 1 above par, and that brings our score back to 0. And the next place for us to go is down here. We are now at hole number 4. Over there at the top right is where we're going to take our shot from. And the fairway here is massive, and we have a par 4. So we need to take one big shot, going straight over in this direction, and hopefully landing in this first region of the fairway. And then take a second shot, also going in a straight line, down to this end area here, and then we've got to really avoid the ocean, as if you land in the ocean, it's -1 point. Okay, wish me luck. We're actually going to aim just a little bit lower. Yeah, right there. Throw the ender pearl, land on the hay bales, and land on the fairway. So we have landed off the fairway, and I believe what we'll need to do now is aim over that tree in front of us, straight ahead and slightly to the right. And with our iron, hopefully we can land somewhere around this region, but I am not too hopeful about this. This is probably going to be a bad run for us. So I position myself at the back of this block. We're going to aim up about that height, turn to the right a little bit, bring it down. I think right there's going to be our position. And that looks kind of mental. We flung out of the ground there. Oh, this is going ages away. Interesting landing spot. Okay, so this is rough terrain, I believe. Yes, we are on rough terrain, so that means that we can use the iron. And I was considering that, but I know what's around here. Lots of water and a sand pit to fall in. So I think we would be wise to actually ender pearl our way to the flag. Let's try and get as much ground as possible. So this is shot number 3. And that has actually gone quite far. Now, for shot number 4, we really want to not go over the top here. So we're going to play it super cautious and hopefully hit those end rods. Oh, it's about as close as you can get. So shot number 5. Oh, that was such a good shot. I'm actually just happy with that. That was awesome. There is a concession stand here. I'm now wondering, as a membership holder, do I get like a free stack of food? Because I like golden carrots. Also, if you get a hole-in-one on that one, you get yourself a beacon. And I'm doubtful anyone will get a hole-in-one. That's a pretty crazy accomplishment. What up, turtle buddy? Hanging out on the bed, I see. Taking a snooze washer. Once again, we have a rotated map, and as you can see, we are shooting our way onto an island. I believe when I've done this before, I've used the iron, as the furthest we can shoot would probably send us way over the top of this thing, right? If you overshoot this, you're going to land in the ocean, and you're going to have a real rough time. So I like the idea of minimizing risk, and for that reason, we're going to bring our ender pearl relatively low, just in case this is too powerful. So we tap, and do you know what? I don't think that was anywhere near as good as I would have liked it to have been. So we have dropped all the way down here, which means our second shot is basically going to be an ender pearl to nip us over the top there. And I'm allowed to jump when I throw this. I think that would be a good idea. So jump, ender pearl, and let's see where we land. I've learned a lot from playing this on live streams, and one thing that's always so irritating is the rotation of the flag. I can throw an ender pearl into the side of it, but then my fourth shot has to just be dropping the ender pearl down like that. Alright, hole number 6. We can't even see where we're going. We've got to shoot a long ways over here. And then there is a big old fairway. You know what I think we might try? We might try using the longest shot and going out straight here, slightly to the left, and perhaps landing in this region and taking a shot over the top. I am ready and good to go. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. We have landed on the fairway and we can see the flag. We might be able to make this a 2-shot deal. I think what we're going to have to do is perhaps use the wedge. I'm hoping that's going to have enough force. If we can send the ender pearl underneath the flag, it might be able to drop down into the hole, but actually you can see here the rotation is slightly different. So I think it's very unlikely we're going to do this in 2 shots. We will still give this a fair try, and I'm a little bit worried that as we do this and project ourselves forwards, the ender pearl might end up missing those blocks. So let's aim right in the middle of them. Release, tap. Oh, okay. So that was shot number 2, and it looks like we're going to use a couple of ender pearls to wrap this up. So I'm going to play it. Oh no, I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to aim right there. Okay. Oh, this might work out. So, oh, how painfully close can a man get in this game? Look at me, I'm practically in the hole. You have got to be kidding me. Ah, shot number 4. There we go. Here we have another classic rotated map, and I think this might have been one of the better ones I did during my live streams. I think I almost got a hole in 2 on this one once. Basically, if you land on the fairway, you're going to be pretty close to where the flag is anyway, right? So we want to land around here and hopefully be able to throw an ender pearl onto the flag and drop straight down into the hole. Okay, we're going to stand in the back corner. We're going to use the driver and we're going to aim at about that height. And I've been umming and ahhing about the driver or the iron, but we'll keep the trajectory kind of low. Let's go a tiny bit higher. Alright, moment of truth. That looked like it had some seriously good trajectory on it. Oh, and we were so close to the fairway. I think what we're going to do right here is take 2 more shots and get a par in 3. So let's actually try and go a little bit closer towards the flag, which will be sort of in front there. That looks like it was a bit more than I would have liked. Oh, and it could have been really good, but it wasn't. I'm actually not going to take any risks here. Oh, I didn't jump. I didn't jump. I pressed the wrong key. So it's a par in 4. Oh, do you know what I got to do now? Oh, that was such a derp. Such a derp. Where was I? I was about here. And I just got a little bit overexcited. And I would have probably a little bit further back. And I would have done that. I would have missed anyway. Oh, there we go. Serves me right. Right, there we go. 4. Doesn't the trident look ever so cool? I really like it. Anyway, this one, we got to shoot through this gap. And I think we shot through the water one time and that went in our favour. So we'll try and do that again. And as you can see, the fairway is surrounded by trees. So we really want to get that angle accurate. And to me, it kind of looks like perhaps aiming at the edge of this water would help us do so. So yes, let's aim at the right-hand side of the water. It is quite the distance to go, and so we use our driver, and that looks very good. That looked like a really promising shot. Very close to water, but very close to a hole-in-one. Well, a hole-in-one. A hole-in-two. We're probably not going to get a hole-in-two. Let's aim at the wall. Nice. Par 3. Superb. Okay, this brings us to the 9th hole, and quite honestly, the worst of all of them. You see it's a par 5, well, there's a real good chance that we're going to end up in water, so we need to make sure all of our shots are good. We are just going to get right into this and take a shot straight ahead of ourselves, and that will go into unloaded chunks, so I believe we need to walk forward to find out where we're going to land. And we've landed on the fairway! Thank goodness for that! So the left-hand side to the right-hand side of the screen, you can see where we took our shot and where we landed. And I think we need to use this as a reference. So let's say we shoot from a little bit of an angle to the right. We would line ourselves up with this stretch of fairway over there. But then there's also water just beyond it. Maybe we could even try and aim all the way into this end space by shooting really high. We are just going to have to go for it, I think. So I need to get this angle correct. I kind of want to aim, I think, across the top of this little crest here. Okay, my friends, we are really going for it with this shot. Tap. Off goes the ender pearl. That looked like a really good trajectory as well. Let's hope for the best. So that was our second shot, but it would count as the third because we landed in water. We over-aimed to the side a little bit. I was so sure of that angle, and it's so unfortunate because of where the fairway is. Now, here's a problem with throwing ender pearls from the water. They tend to drop low, so this could end up being pretty rough on us. And it wasn't, and we didn't land back in the water. And now we're going to take a shot and get over there. Okay, we're going to use the iron for this shot, and we're going to aim high. We're currently on par 4, so this would count as our 5th shot because we took a penalty for landing in the water. And that looked reasonably good. Oh my goodness me! How close would that have been? Well, we're not going to make the same mistake we made a moment ago. And we're just going to aim for this thing right here. Jump, and in it goes. Excellent! So that's a hole in 6, right? So we have reached the end of this adventure for today. In the future we might play holes 10 to 18 because they're not open yet. Anyway, over here we have the Con Corp Cup, and I put down my score, little CCC, to signify it's for this competition. 35 is the score that we got, that's 2 over, and Cub holds the course record with 2 under. I am really proud of this score though, because I played so much worse in the past, and we are certainly getting better with practice, so who knows, I can always enter again into the same competition, so I might do some more rounds on a live stream soon. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another wonderful episode here on the Hermitcraft server. Behind me you can see the Con Corp Country Club, the actual country club. We'll go and check that out one time when it's actually finished. I think it's still largely under construction. But anyway, that brings us to the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed it and you want these longer episodes, then leave a like. As always, thank you for doing that. Your support is appreciated. And I'll see you soon with another one. Bye-bye.